Well, hello and welcome to the Ant-Man channel. It is Friday, the 20th of December, 2013. And I am your host, Ant-Man, and I got an article in front of me from the TimesofIsrael.com. Hundreds of thousands of planets on verge of discovery. If you want to come look at this for yourself, there's also a video on here. TimesofIsrael.com, and the article is called Hundreds of Thousands of Planets on Verge of Discovery. I'm sure it's probably a front page article. And I'll just get into it already. Israeli scientist Shay Zucker, working with European Space Agency scientists, see Thursday's launch of the Gaia satellite as a turning point in knowledge of space. This is by David Shama. I got this yesterday, so I wanted to read it. There's a video here. Probably should go look at it. It's a space shuttle. Looks like it's taking off. On Thursday, one of the most important events in space travel in recent years took place. The European Space Agency successfully launched its 2 billion, I don't even know what sign that is, but in American money, it's $2.73 billion Gaia satellite, which will beam back from space reams of data that scientists believe will give them insight into the more than 1 billion stars in the Milky Way and beyond. Whoa. According to Professor Shay Zucker, an Israeli scientist who will be working with the ESA scientists to analyze the data Gaia sends back to Earth, the satellite could find hundreds of thousands of planets in deep space, constituting the greatest advancement ever of human knowledge about the galaxy. That would be awesome. Over the next 5 years, Gaia will, using the latest technology, send photos, data, measurements, charts, and much more back to Earth, where scientists will analyze, decipher, and attempt to understand the history of the galaxy, discover other solar systems, map asteroids and comets as yet unknown, and learn more about Earth's celestial neighborhood. This is exciting news, man. I get like Zucker will work with ESA scientists in analyzing the data and drawing conclusions that will be released to scientists around the world for further study. Gaia, the ESA said, will log the position, brightness, and color of every visible celestial object that falls within its field of view. By repeating these observations throughout its mission, astronomers will be able to calculate the distance, speed, and direction of motion of the celestial objects, chart variations in their brightness, and determine whether they have nearby companions. That data will be gathered by state-of-the-art instruments, including 2 high-resolution and high-power telescopes, astrometric instruments, photometric instruments, spectrometers, and more. The sensors and the cameras that will record the photos seen by the telescope, said Zucker, contain over 1 billion pixels, and they are by far the most powerful ever launched into space. The findings will be used to build a 3D map of the Milky Way. That is cool. I hope they succeed. Zucker, a professor at the Department of Geophysics, Atmospheric and Planetary Sciences of Tel Aviv University, is in charge of finding transiting extrasolar planets, which are planets that revolve around stars other than our sun. The telescopes are so sensitive that they will be able to detect the planet based on the fact that the star it revolves around will be a little less bright as the planet passes the star. Zucker told the Times of Israel, of course, there is a limit to the telescope's sensitivity, so they will only see so far. Up to several thousand light years, said Zucker. We already know about 1,000 planets circling other stars, but Gaia's telescopes will see farther and more intensively than any that have been in space to date. That's incredible. This is cool news. It's impossible to know how many planets will be discovered, of course, but I am optimistic. My educated guess is hundreds of thousands. I guarantee you guys that this is gonna. I'm crossing my fingers here that this actually succeeds. And I was actually hearing this like on NPR the other day. I think it was yesterday as well. They were talking about Gaia, and what I was thinking is, if the more we discover about the universe, I think it's going to be more evidence toward creation in a young universe. Oh man, that is exciting stuff. As to whether there is life on those planets, that will remain a mystery. At least for now, Gaia is equipped to detect motion, not light and shadow, which scientists can analyze to guess if a planet may have life as we know it. However, I would say that the planets it does discover, are likely not to host life. This is because, Zucker said, the planets Gaia will be able to detect are likely to be the largest ones in a solar system, similar to Jupiter and Saturn in our own solar system, but according to most scientists today, large planets like ours are largely gaseous. Gaseous. So they can't even say that word. So they are not good hosts for life. Gaia may pick up on smaller planets in orbit around close by stars, but not in the Milky Way's outer regions. Scientists, Zucker said, will digest, analyze, and catalog the information Gaia sends home, eventually releasing it to the scientific community. We will be searching for a lot more than planets, of course. Dun dun dun, no planet. He said, one of the most exciting projects Gaia will carry out will be to determine the true nature of dark matter. Oh yeah, that's what it was. You know, that's a big topic today, right? Dark matter, does it exist? Which many scientists believe holds secrets about the origins of the universe. It is because of dark matter many scientists believe that the universe is constantly expanding. And they also spend a lot of money on this theory. And they think that because they haven't found anything yet, that's a good thing. So, I don't know. I think the scientific community needs a reform. You know what I mean? We need a reformation in science. We need to look at everything through scientific, the method of the scientific method. We need to use that again. We need to be able to observe things, and not go off of imagination, because this is a atheistic hypothesis, which isn't even a hypothesis. Because I could just go on because this isn't even a theory, but they believe in evolution, which you can't even really observe. So how do you even know? But anyways, dark matter probably doesn't exist. And that's because you can't, this is like, you could go into circular reasoning, which they tell you, oh yeah, use circular reasoning, go in circles, so that you'll never find out that this is not even real science. But, I think that's a waste of money. We should be going out there if we're going to use money to go into space, we should find out stuff about, like what he was talking about at first, and that's other planets. That'd be fun. All kinds of other stuff that's out there. No one's ever seen a star form. No one has ever seen that happen. We've seen stars explode, but we've never seen stars form. So, it's really, space is a real mystery, we could go on about this, but I know that a lot of you have a lot of imagination, and you like to pretend that you've seen a star form in the galaxy, and that there's evidence for this, but I can't, I believe what God says. God says that He put them there, and He named them all, too, and He still has them there. So, whatever He puts there, it's going to stay there as long as He wants it to, and that's what I think it is. I think the universe is far more complex than we give it credit for, maybe, it's just really something that's wonderful, and it's just awe-inspiring, and we all appreciate it. So that's what we have in common here. Hundreds of scientists are working on different aspects of Gaia. The scientists are divided into 10 teams scattered around Europe. Zuckers is headquartered in Geneva, but he will be able to do most of his analytical work in Tel Aviv. We do get together every 6 months, though, and I am set to host the next meeting in Tel Aviv next May, Zucker said, but by which time Gaia should have sent back enough data to make for a very interesting gathering. I agree. Very interesting news. Look into this kind of stuff, dude. Dark matter or creation, or young Earth or old Earth. It's a very good. I believe it's young Earth. I believe it's a young universe, and I think you get a lot more clues when you look at it that way to just how amazing everything is. I think it's just too much to speculate, and just more to just I don't even know. I'm lost for words. So I'll just let you go. God bless.